بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم نحمده ونصلي على رسوله الكريم عن عائشة رضي الله عنها قالت استأذن رجل على النبي صلى الله عليه وسلم فقال بئس ابن العشيرة أو بئس رجل العشيرة ثم قال ائذنوا له فلما دخل ألان له القول فقالت عائشة رضي الله عنها يا رسول الله صلى الله عليه وسلم ألنت له القول وقد قلت له ما قلت قال إن شر الناس منزلة عند الله يوم القيامة من ودعه أو تركه الناس لاتقاء فحشه رواه أبو داود. Aisha radiallahu anha narrates that a man sought permission to see the Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam. He said, he's a bad son of his tribe, or he's a bad man of his tribe. And then he said, let him in. When he came in, Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam talked to him politely. And Aisha radiallahu anha afterwards asked, oh Rasulullah, you talked to the person very politely, though verily you said what you said about him. The Prophet ﷺ said, the worst man in the sight of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala on the day of resurrection is the person who the people will avoid meeting him or leave him alone because of his wickedness. Narrated by Abu Dawood. So it does have a little explanation over here that one, Rasulullah ﷺ said these words to record the truth so as to save the people from his evil. And so as such, it cannot be considered as backbiting. However, he also spoke with this man politely to educate us how to behave with such people and perhaps rectify this person. And that explanation from his Madahir al-Haq. So, one of the biggest punishment that people that do sins, the biggest punishment for them is they never see a way out of that sin. And they go deeper and deeper in that sin. See, a lot of times Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala will give us ways to leave a bad habit or learn something and stop sinning through one another. A person may come to you and correct you. A person may advise you. The father may talk to you. The son may talk to you. We hear from different things. And if we're such a person that we keep our eyes and our ears and everything shut, that no matter who says what, we don't listen to them, we get worse and worse and people start to leave us alone. And we go further down that path of becoming a worse version of ourselves. And that's a big punishment in itself. That person may still go on to be rich, but everyone around them hates him. That person may become successful, or become a leader, and he's thinking, this is good. Everything good is happening to me. But the whole time he's going worse and worse direction to become the worst version of himself. And everybody leaves him. And instead of helping him, everybody around him becomes what they call a yes man. Yes, yes, yes. Whatever we say, that's perfect. And then behind the back, they're talking all kinds of evil about him. Now over here, the Prophet ﷺ is saying that people, because of the wickedness that person has, when you try to help them, you try to rectify them, it just makes it worse. And sometimes, certain individuals are just left alone because of the evil that they may do to that individual. Now there are methods and ways of doing things. For example, even the person who's trying to help out, they should know the sunnah way of doing it. The scholars, they used to say, if you ever want me to disobey you, correct me in front of the people. So you wouldn't want to embarrass the individual, we don't want to hurt the person's feelings. The sunnah is, you pull them to the side, no one else is paying attention, and you talk to them in a nice way, and tell them that what's wrong and what's right. Because there are certain people, sometimes they're a little bit too kind. I remember one brother, he was in an alim school, he was like on his third or fourth year studying religion, and he's a new Muslim. He was American and then became Muslim, and he joined the alim school. And he said to me, he said in the beginning, I was just having a chat with him one time. He said, I used to wear shorts, very high shorts. You know, sometimes they have those really high shorts. He doesn't know. That's just what his style before. He said, for like 6 months, no one told me you're not supposed to wear shorts these high. He's like, I know you're trying to be nice, but please help me out. Tell me what's wrong, and I'll listen. And as long as we're doing our part and doing it the right way, yes, certain people may react in a negative way. That's not your fault. But if it is our fault, if we do it the wrong way, or we do it in a harsh way, that we cause a person to not accept the truth, even though they're ready to accept the truth. So from one side, if we hear correction, if we hear someone trying to help us out, listen. Because the Prophet ﷺ said, wisdom is the lost treasure of a believer. Wherever he or she sees it, they're going to grab it, regardless of whose mouth it's coming from. Whereas the other person who doesn't want that, it could be from a loving father, it could be coming from a loving mother, it could be coming from one of their best friends, but their ego won't allow them to accept it. And that's where slowly, their punishment is. They get left that way because no matter how many people Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala sent to help them out, whether it be messengers, Quran, Hadith, parents, children, friends, everybody around them to help them out, they didn't listen, they have no excuse on the Day of Judgment. So sometimes even the child, they may say something. Like there was one sheikh, he was walking, and one child said, "You don't fear Allah?" Kids say all kinds of things, right? They just hear something, they want to say it. So they said, "You don't fear Allah." And the sheikh, he fainted. When he came, there were people around him, they got him too, and they said, "What happened?" He said, "This kid told me you don't fear Allah." They said, "It's a child. How does that make you faint?" He said, "I don't think of it as a child. I think, why did Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala allow me to hear that phrase?" And he saw it as maybe I'm doing something wrong. So this is the one who's trying to always rectify themselves and always make themselves a better version of themselves. Is they're looking, what's going on? Who's mad at me? Why are they mad at me? What did I do? Why is this person saying this to me? How come they're avoiding me? All of it, they're putting it on themselves and saying, maybe I did something wrong. Because that's what will benefit them. So ask Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala to make it easy for all of us. Ask Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala to forgive us for all of our shortcomings. Jazakumullah khair.